welcome to a new episode of Loud Noises Podcast from fucking lockdown, baby.
I don't like it.
Yeah, we're all in our respective homes, social distancing to the max.
Stay away from me, you filth.
I mean, this is no different from Paul normally, but Gareth is in an undisclosed location. He's out somewhere.
I've all of a sudden become weirdly professional feeling by using none of my own equipment because that equipment doesn't exist.
Yeah, thanks to Carl for lending Gareth his equipment.
Yes, thank you, Carl.
I had to kick him out of his own room.
But we're back for a new episode. This week we're going to talk about new music, as we always do. We're going to talk about new singles from Jamie Lenman, Phoxjaw, Brutus, Fake Names, and End, as well as a new EP from Slow Crush, and then the album from Milk Teeth, the long-awaited album from Milk Teeth. And then, of course, the usual game of Don't Trust the Internet. Yeah. But as always, when we do this, the news with Paul.
Hello, I've got news. So much news. 2 weeks of news.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Some news.
It has been a while. But to be fair, most of this is all from this week. Some of it's quite crazy. The big one that I want to start with, the biggest story this week was Kerrang! Magazine. For the first time pretty much since they started, have announced that they've gone on hiatus, which is quite unknown for like a print magazine that just stopped for a bit. But yeah, so they posted a update this week saying, I'll give you the basic gist of it. It was following a period of unprecedented turmoil within the music industry and beyond, we are temporarily suspending the publication of Kerrang! Magazine for the next 3 months. The magazine will return on Wednesday, July the 8th, and we will continue to publish it every week from that point onwards. Basically, this was kind of like a knock-on effect of where we're at the moment in the world. Obviously, I don't want every episode to be about the virus, but this one's about the virus. So basically, due to the fact that everyone's in lockdown, they can't go to the shop and buy magazines. Most shops are closed. There's not really a market for a print magazine out there at the moment. Really. So they've basically taken the, I think, smart decision to knock it on the head for a few months, see how we go, and then come back in July with bigger and better than ever.
Well, it didn't even cross my mind until I saw a story where it must be an absolute logistical nightmare to keep a magazine like that going during this anyway. When you regularly have photo shoots and interviews and live reviews in one magazine, and they all go out the window.
Yep. Well, that's it. Like when you're in a environment where half the news isn't there anymore. And then the other half is like the actual logistics side of like getting someone out there to go in and print a magazine and then distribute it and get people to go to the shop and buy it. These are all things that aren't really going to happen at the moment because they're not classed as essential, really. I'm assuming obviously they'll be carrying on with their social media stuff, posting on their website and things like that. But yeah, no print for now.
Yeah, a sensible decision, probably.
It is. Not quite the same, but I did see a similar thing with Rock Sound. I think they're still going ahead. They're still doing their monthly magazine, but they also announced that they're doing a limited edition art book, which is like all photographs from the live shows that they've printed, and all the money from that is going to the photographers.
Okay, that's good
cool.
for the photographers. I mean, completely the opposite direction from Pariah, where they're just printing more things.
Yeah,
more people will go out and deliver these things.
But I think the idea is like it's a new thing that's like a collectible thing that people might want, and like I say, money's going to photographers that basically don't have an industry working at the moment.
Yeah, true. Unless they want to take pictures of fridges.
I mean,
they need to get real artsy with it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Just really low angle on a fridge.
It's like rearranging your living room to look like it's like a band about to perform. Lampshades straight up front,
Or pointing at the fridge. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. I wish well to everyone in Kerrang! I'm sure I go for anyone saying that it's like it was kind of the staple of my childhood, getting into rock music.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And it's like it's a shame to see like current climate basically force their hand like this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I mean, it's no secret probably in this podcast I've given some shade to Kerrang. But yeah, I read it all the time as a kid, and obviously it's good for them to be so conscious about the situation, especially for their staff and everything as well, hopefully. So, well done, Kerrang. You did something good for the first time in a long time, probably.
Oh. Wait, hang on. What's this, insane beef that you have?
Yeah, I just don't think they support smaller artists as much as they should.
They do that K-Pits thing. That's pretty cool. They've had some sort of...
Oh, okay, I'll give them that.
Shove it.
Yeah, I will shove it.
Again, if we're getting into throwing shade at Badger now, they've got to balance having a business.
Yeah.
People aren't going to buy a magazine that's just full of underground bands.
Well, that's very true.
Well, fuck.
Unfortunately. Well, maybe they should, but anyway.
Maybe.
Moving on. Next.
Slammy D have finally come out with their new lineup.
They came out with a watered down version of their old lineup, and their old lineup wasn't that good anyway.
So there's been a few bands that have pulled out, obviously due to moving the date, which we talked about last time, I think. So obviously they postponed the original festival from May to September. Yeah. So they've basically lost a few bands. One of the main ones for me was Refused, which is unfortunate. But it basically currently looks... Excuse me, I've got hiccups all of a sudden for no reason.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Quick, someone scare him through the mics. Huh?
Just don't put your webcam on, that'll do it. This is basically all the bands that they've had left over, minus the Drunken Public stage.
Punkin' Drublic.
Oh, Punkin' Drublic, yeah, that word. So I did see online that they are going to be hopefully adding those guys in soon.
Yeah.
It's just as we talked about it off the podcast, is that that is its own festival tour basically.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna have to work their tour in to see if it can fit in with Slam Dunk.
Yeah, well, obviously on that tour they're doing, some of the dates are still probably going to go ahead depending on how long this sort of lockdown period goes on for. And I'm guessing it's basically whether the dates they've said, are they already fucking off back to America, the majority of those bands then, or are they still on a touring cycle? But I don't think it's looking positive, to tell you the truth. If it does show up, it's going to probably... I mean, prove me wrong, I'm going to be more than happy, because right now this lineup, I'm like, well, I wanted to see Code Orange.
I did look through the lineup at the moment, and I noted that the only bands that I really wanted to see all start with C. So that was nice. Yeah, so Code Orange, Counterparts, and Comeback Kid.
But yeah, this... I mean, basically, I had to fight like fuck just to not lose all the money for the hotel and change the dates. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be in Leeds then anyway, because I'm not missing out on my fucking hotel.
Cool.
That is. Nah. Oh, well, it's good. I mean, it's still good they managed to salvage as many bands as they did, I suppose. Mm-hmm. Considering, moving a festival, 4 months ahead of when it was meant to be originally?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is a nightmare.
So, yeah. So I'll kudos to the organisers for trying to sustaining this as well as they have done. It's still not a festival I will attend this year.
No, and that's fair.
This year. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this, again, the lineup before was good. It wasn't great, but, again, that's just my personal taste. I think what they've managed to do with, short notice and managed to wrangle all these bands together and still move it forward 4 months is pretty, godly.
Oh, yeah.
To say the least. It's just unfortunate that, some of the bands that I wanted to see are not going to be playing anymore. And again, that's just a unfortunate situation we're in with this whole lockdown and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, the guys behind the scenes of this, the sheer panic that must have to go in, and for them to have this many bands confirmed for them, 100% fair play.
Yeah.
I wish I could get excited because they're all the bands I want to see, but we're not quite there yet. But yeah, kudos all around for sweating their back out to actually, give something out to be like, look, we're not completely out of it. Here you go. Say a download festival, which just went, yeah, this just isn't happening, guys. We're out.
See you next year. Yeah. I
wonder. Once again, it's fair enough.
Sorry. Yeah.
I was going to say, one question I do have, I'm just looking at the poster at the moment. Who do you think is the secret special guest this year?
I was literally about to say this.
No.
My thing, because this was obviously announced that there was a secret special guest on the original date, and I wonder if it's still the same person because nobody knows, except for the people. Presumably, the only people know the Slam Dunk organisers. So I wonder if they just managed to get the same special guest, or if they just left it on there and they're going to get a new one.
You've got to assume it's probably a UK band or performer if nothing has changed.
Yeah, maybe.
What are Daphne and Celeste doing nowadays?
Is it
I was
the
thinking
cheeky
PJ and
girls?
Oh, PJ and Duncan won't do it. They're fucking Saturday night Prime TV hosts now, aren't they?
Oh, true. Yeah.
When they're out of rehab, that is. Moving on. Shade.
Meow.
I know, right?
Very shady episode.
It is, isn't it?
Stop the shade.
Yeah. No, I'm going to throw more shade. So, obviously, Slam Dunk, well done for managing to salvage what you have.
Yeah.
I imagine it's going to be a great day regardless. It's just, a shame that some of the bands I wanted to see aren't there. One of which is Your Demise.
Yeah.
Who are playing the Impericon festivals at the same time as Slammy D's new dates. Which is a shame. So this is basically Impericon Festival. It's like a quick run of festival dates. And there is 5 dates altogether. It is Oberhausen on the 5th of September, München on the 6th, Zurich on the 11th, Leipzig on the 12th, and Wien on the 13th. Lineup is just quickly run through. As I lay down headlining, so automatically this festival can get in the fucking bin.
Yeah.
Eskimo Callboy, Bury Tomorrow, Nira, Lionheart, Your Demise, that's the one I was hoping for. Ginger, Plotting You, Anisot Kai, Our Hollow Our Home, and then a few other bands. I'm not going through everyone, but yeah.
Yeah. I think it was Our Hollow Our Home and Buried Tomorrow were also on Slam Dunk, weren't they? So they're not. They've kept on this one.
That's
I
the
presume
one.
they had this book first, I guess.
Yeah, I imagine so. And so, like when they tried to move them over, it's like, well, we've already agreed to this, so can't do it. Sorry.
Yeah, fair enough.
Personally, I would have pulled out of this festival in a fucking second because it means I don't have to share a stage with As I Lay Dying.
Well, some bands have,
no morals.
Compasses.
Yeah.
Some have morals and stick to their original agreements, unlike some other bands that they've used.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm still sorry. On the fact that you brought up Muse, I'm still waiting on whatever they pulled out of Slam Dunk and their European tour to do. I just need them to come out and say that whatever that is cancelled too. Just so you know, and fuck yeah.
I generally think it's probably already been cancelled.
Yeah.
It probably just never got announced. They just cancelled it before they even announced it.
Yeah, I guess they wouldn't want to let it known how badly they fucked up.
Yeah, pretty much. And fingers crossed they don't come back to Slam Dunk.
Yeah, get out, the use. No one wants you here.
Yeah.
Some people probably still do because some people don't care.
Because, some people just don't give two shits, do they? Like, others have morals and standards. They're low standards, but I have some.
We don't want you, and that's what matters because we're the most important. Even though I'm not going.
Yeah, what?
Fair enough. Hold on a second.
Wait a minute. You're a dick.
What I was going to say, if you're in Europe and you have no morals, go watch the Baragon festivals, I guess. I mean, just for the chance to see Your Demising, I guess, and Bury Tomorrow and Lionheart, they're always good.
There's some good bands on it.
There is some good bands, it's just a shame that As I Lay Dying are on it.
And headlining them.
I just honestly don't get why they've still got a career.
Because people don't care.
Because Christians?
Still, it's just...
Could he didn't actually kill his wife? He just tried to.
Oh, well, that's
he
fine.
said he's
fine,
sorry.
I guess.
He's really sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Prick.
Anyway.
Moving
on.
Video games!
Huh?
Sort of.
I know, right? Kind of. Well, no, it is. Obviously everything's been cancelled at the moment. So somebody has decided to take all of those live gigs that have been cancelled all over the shop and throw a online gig. Weirdly, though, this isn't like a video package thing. They're actually doing it inside Minecraft.
Yeah.
What? Okay,
yeah.
missed that.
Oh, did you not know this bit?
Nope.
It's a Minecraft festival.
Mm-hmm.
So it's called Block by Block West.
Yeah. So yeah,
okay,
see that
now I'm intrigued.
Yeah, so basically, I think these are all a lot of the artists and stuff that we're going to be playing South by Southwest, and obviously
that makes sense.
They're now moving to play Minecraft instead. So April 25th, there's going to be basically a server you can jump on in Minecraft where all of these bands will be playing live sets, as it were. From what I understand, reading up on it, it looks like basically all of the acts are recording a 20-minute live set. So you can jump into Minecraft, play the game. There'll be like custom built worlds and stuff. And yeah, you can basically listen to all of these live shows inside Minecraft.
It sounds fucking interesting, and I kind of hope I can access it without having Minecraft, because I do not play Minecraft.
No, well, apparently, from what I understand, all the audio stuff's going to be on Twitch and stuff like that. So you can watch it on there. But yeah, I've already got Minecraft because I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
I'm with you there, Paul. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Fucking nerds.
Yeah. So yeah, I've already signed up to get in. So it's just basically a Discord, and you just jump on and sign up through that. But yeah, some of the acts that are playing, pretty damn good. I think the big ones, obviously, I'm going to go for are Pussy Riot, Fever Free, Citizen. There's a few hip-hop acts in there as well, like Cannibal Kids, Oliver Francis, things like that. But yeah, there's a ton of like just really like underground cool acts. And yeah, it's a really cool way. I think from what I understand as well, the money is all going to charity.
Even though,
I think so.
So you don't have to pay to get in and watch it. It's like you basically just join into the server. But any like donations and like Twitch subscriptions and things like that go towards it will all be going to charity.
Good.
Can I just quickly say, does this mean it's the death of Fortnite? Because I feel like whenever anything comes up this way, it's like a gig in game world. It's Fortnite now. Nobody does Minecraft anymore, do they? Is Minecraft finally coming back and beating up Fortnite?
Minecraft never left it. It's fucking big everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like one of the biggest games in the world. I think the reason is that like in Fortnite, like it has to be the developers that do it, whereas in Minecraft you can just do it yourself.
Yeah.
I guess maybe Pussy Riot and Fever 333 don't sit as well in Fortnite.
No, maybe not. Yeah.
I don't understand that, but okay.
I'm thinking maybe that the Epic don't want the band Pussy Riot in their game, is what we're saying.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
But yeah, I think it's a really cool idea. It's an interesting concept to like get around having no gigs. So yeah, I'm cool. Words. I'm down for checking it out. Like I say, I've already signed up, so I can get updates so when it's going live and stuff. But yeah, I think if I remember looking through the Discord, it was like 3 p.m. Eastern time, whatever time that is over here, on Saturday the 25th of April.
3 p.m. Eastern?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck it. That's like middle of the night over here, I think.
Yeah, I think
that sounds about right.
Silly o'clock in the morning, but it's a Saturday, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's true.
I will stay up to see a Minecraft character do a backflip like Jason.
Okay, well, in LA right now, it's midday.
Okay.
So, what about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night?
Mm-hmm.
In UK time? Something like that. Not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I can do that.
I mean, what else are you doing?
Play Minecraft.
Sleeping, mostly.
No, I don't do that.
Reading books.
No, don't do that.
Okay.
Play video games and not sleep.
Play video games and mosh now.
Yeah. All at the same time.
Minecraft, more like Moshcraft, am I
right? No.
Kill me.
I'm just going to pretend I'm not here.
Take me, COVID. Take me now.
Get out of my head. Anyway, should we move on?
Though. Yeah, moving on.
I think we should move on. Go on, then. So we got another rescheduled gig, as it were. We got the Enter Shikari tour dates for the autumn-winter time.
This isn't rescheduled. This is just a brand new tour.
Oh, is it just completely scrap the old one and just doing a new one now?
Yeah, so they had the album launch specials, which was for fan club members, and people pre-ordered it, but I think they just all got binned.
Okay.
Altogether, and then they've announced this UK tour instead.
Fair enough. So UK and Europe kicks off on October the 1st in Ukraine, and then goes all the way through to October 22nd across Europe. Then they come to the UK on November the 11th, in Southampton, and just quickly run through Manchester, Cardiff, London, Middlesbrough, Edinburgh, Nottingham twice, and then Birmingham on the 21st of November.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know they played Nottingham twice.
And
That's
then Rock City's quite big, I'm guessing. Are they from there or nearby?
No, they're from St Alban.
Yeah, all right. No idea them.
Miles away.
I don't know.
Just
places.
mad for Nottingham.
Just notting mad they are.
And then December the 1st in Belgium, on to December the 12th in the Netherlands and Amsterdam. So yeah, there's big old dates. Hopefully by then everything is tickety-boo and sorted. Because yeah,
Fucking hope so.
yeah, God, I can't stand being in the house alone anymore.
I've actually fucking stayed until fucking November, mate. Fuck me.
Jesus.
I am either going to be ripped or fat as fuck.
Oh, I'm going for fat.
Yeah,
I'm
me
going to be
too.
both. I'm going to try for both.
Yeah,
Rib fat.
just like 50 stone, but all muscle.
Just going to have really hench legs and just a obese torso.
Just constantly eating pizza while on an exercise bike. That's it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. I
constant
mean, that's
pedaling.
a good level.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's all about healthy balance.
Yeah. Not to get too specific for where we're from and we're going to, but if we are to go, chances are we're going to go to the Manchester show at Victoria Warehouse.
Yeah.
Fucking hate that venue.
I mean, last time they played Manchester when I went, not the last tour, but the time before, it was still a good show. They played the same venue.
But yeah, I was with
it.
you.
I know, I'm just saying, I enjoyed it.
You're just like, last time I went, it's like, motherfucker, I was there too.
Yeah, but you were complaining about it, and I said I didn't mind it. So, difference.
Yeah.
I was going to pick up tickets for this, but just because the way things are, and I'm kind of between jobs, I can't really commit to a gig that
No,
might.
that's fair.
So, but hopefully when this is all over and I'm re-employed, I'll be able to pick up a ticket.
Yeah. I hope it is something to look forward to. Also, I've been fucking loving their new singles as well, so it's put me even more so in the mood to go see them live again. But we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll just see.
That's it. November's a good time, hopefully.
Yeah. We'll be talking about the new album as well in 2 weeks.
Yay!
Yeah, something to look forward to in lockdown.
Yay!
Smashing. Next.
How about a little bit of wishful thinking?
Yeah.
Please.
2000 Trees still think they've got a festival.
And
Keep
now
the dream alive.
And now I'm interested in going.
Yeah. It's like, this festival is like almost certainly going to get cancelled, but
Yeah.
God,
really
I
don't
hope
want
it
to.
doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, basically 2000 Trees announced most of their lineup now, I think, if not all.
Yeah. It's pretty close.
Yeah, and it's a tasty one, I have to say. Probably the best festival I've seen around this year. UK anyway. But yeah, so, again, I'm not running through all of these because it's a lot and my mouth hurts already.
The highlights who got added last time wasn't so AFI got added, which is probably the one that intrigued me the most.
Yep.
I think I can't remember Not Loose got added this time or last time.
I think they were already on there.
Yeah, I can't remember. I should have really put it to a side of who got added.
Yeah, that sounds like work, and we don't do that.
Yeah.
Not here.
Just pretend everything you say is new.
Yeah. 68.
Oh,
Fucking giddy to have them back in the UK.
Thrice headline. So I mean, you've got, obviously we knew Jimmy Eat World were the Thursday headliners, AFI the Friday headliners, Thrice playing Vaisu in full, the Saturday headliners.
Which is that one? Which album's that?
That is the one after Artist in the Ambulance.
Okay, so it's okay.
Yeah, no, it's a good album. Yeah,
That's fine.
But yeah, I mean, as a fan, I would prefer Artist, but I think maybe just due to maybe timing it came out and stuff, anniversaries and whatnot. And then some of the other big ones. Again, I don't know if these were already on there, but obviously we knew about Creeper, Saint Pierre, Snake Invasion are on there, Haggard Cat.
Anti-Flag for Gareth.
Anti-Flag for Gareth. That's it. That's all you're getting, mate. Sorry. Ginger Wild Heart, 100th.
To be fair, it's got loads of like random bands on there, which I'd love to see. Like, I've seen Raw Republic, they're fucking brilliant. Beans on Toast it's just doing an acoustic guitar, fucking fantastic. But like, we got, I'm not sure if we've already said this in the previous one, but like Ithaca and Giver are on there, and We Never Learn to Live, and Castles and Leech.
Saint Pierre snake invasion.
Said that like 4 minutes ago.
All right. Soz. Lots of names are getting thrown. All right.
There is a lot of names, to be fair. And like I say, I think what I'd recommend is go out and check the lineup because it looks great and 50% chance you're not going to get to watch it.
Yeah.
It's literally, but as far as like the collection of bands, it's just 2000 Random Trees Festival. It's such a fucking good mixture, like, which we always talk about, so I don't get to see very often. They're fucking nailing it for, covering the spectrum, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, definitely, yeah. Like, every day there's at least 3 or 4 bands that I would love to see. And it's like, and again, like, most of those are across a very, like, nice spectrum of bands as well. So, yeah, a brilliant lineup, I think. I genuinely, I joke about it, but I genuinely hope it goes ahead, just for how good this festival looks.
Yeah.
Like, there are festivals that are happening, quite soon that have been cancelled, obviously. I think, I've not put it in the document that I sent through, but Roadburn have announced recently that they've decided to postpone for a year.
Yeah.
That was sad to see. But, yeah, makes sense. But, yeah, no, I really hope that 2000 Trees does go ahead.
Yeah, also,
sorry, go on. No, sorry, you go first.
If this does go ahead and you do want to go, for the love of God, buy your tickets, because there's a lot of people who have maybe committed to another festival that isn't going on anymore, and this has got so much going on. More and more people are going to be jumping onto this as what might be their last hope for a big festival in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Very much. Unless you want to go to Leeds and Reading, but no one should want that.
Nobody needs that in their life.
The only thing that would make me bonus this festival for me personally is if AFI did a set of an album. Perhaps The Art of Drowning or something would have been cool. But that would be
great.
That would have been fantastic.
But I don't think that'll ever happen again.
Yeah, true. Just all the new stuff that sounds like new romantic shit.
They'll throw you some bones.
Oh yeah, I was just going to say actually. I'll try my comment. But yeah, good stuff. Hopefully it won't get cancelled.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Is that it?
Yeah, I'm done.
Smooshing.
Good news.
Sorry, did you say smooshing?
Smooshing.
That's not a word.
Sure. Now to new. So we'll move on as always to new singles first. So that really threw me off saying smooshing.
You can tell we're being in fucking isolation, can't you?
I know, I'm fucking struggling.
I'm losing my mind. Yay!
I've never had to talk so much in one day.
I haven't talked this much in a week.
I've only been speaking to my wife, and that's a certain dialect that I'm not used to translating across into other realms. So, new music. So we're going to start with singles. First one this week. Oh well, some of these are obviously a week old because we missed an episode due to lockdown situations. But so we're going to get some old tracks, but they're not that old, so it's fine.
It's like a week.
So Jamie Lenman dropped a new song featuring Illaman.
Mm-hmm.
Nailed it. The song is called "The Future Is Dead." First thing I noticed is very happy to hear that Jamie's got some screaming back into his songs again. I feel like he's not had that in a while.
You're correct.
Yeah. Thanks for backing me up, Gareth.
I got you, mate. I got you.
Cheers. I really enjoyed this track. It's just a nice raucousy track. The only thing I didn't really like about it was the guest vocals. The rapping just kind of felt a bit odd to me in a way. But oh no, it's a pretty fucking kick-ass tune from Jamie.
Well, the illaman.
Yeah.
Illaman. I just want to say Illman.
Yeah, that's why I was going to struggle with it.
He fucking made it for me. That brought it all together, made it even more interesting for his fucking solid track. I also loved. There's two things I really took away from it as well. One, it was probably the most Ruben-esque Jamie Lenman song I've heard in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
it's quite Ruben-y.
that opening riff, or the main riff for the track, it's got so much Rage Against the Machine in it.
Oh god, yeah. I was
such
waiting
a good way
to say that. It's very like reminiscent of that kind of ilk, like the angry political track that they would do, and the guitar parts just like back that up perfectly. Lyrically as well, it's like it's someone being pissed off, rightfully so, about modern society and stuff. And the video's pretty cool as well. If you guys have not seen it yet.
No,
I
I've not
haven't.
seen that. No.
It's basically all black and white footage of basically Earth getting fucked up by
Oh, nice.
humanity and politicians lying to us about it. But yeah, no, like song wise, it's like I loved it. Again, I'm kind of erring more on the Gareth side of like the rapping like worked for me. Mainly because I like rap anyway.
Ditto.
Yeah, I think it was a nice like added extra to the song. It's definitely, as you say, it's like with it being like one of the more like angrier songs he's done for a while. It's definitely got that kind of like old school Ruben feel to it that hasn't been in his solo stuff for a while now. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this one. Yeah, I can't wait to hear what comes next.
Agreed. I very much enjoyed it. I wasn't a big fan of the rapping, as I said, but it didn't like ruin it for me or anything. I just like whatever sort of situation. But yeah, the whole tune itself is fucking banging. I really enjoyed it. Nice raucous track. Pissed off about fucking, as you say, the social situations, and rightly so, because it's a fucking shit show.
Has anyone seen anything about... Is this a single off a new album? 'Cause I feel like, unless he says anything, I never know what's going on with Jamie Lenman. He's definitely a man who does whatever the fuck he wants.
I've not seen it, but to be honest, I spent about half an hour just checking it wasn't a cover.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
After the last album.
Yeah. It doesn't say any mention of an album, I don't think.
No.
But obviously, but when we saw Jamie play Manchester last year, he did mention he's writing new material. I don't think he played a new song and it wasn't this.
True.
So you imagine he's probably got a couple of tunes under the belt, and there's probably something on the way soon.
But no, I'm all for it. I mean, I've said before, and I know Badger said before, like, we've got a massive love for this guy. I know Paul, we were all really into that last album. So, give me more. Like, I've fucking loved this guy since Ruben. I love his voice. His music's always interesting. Always up for it.
Check it out, goddamn right now. I say.
Agreed.
100%.
After the podcast.
Yeah, not right now.
Yeah.
Come on, you got the time. Wait for this to be done, then listen to it.
Yeah,
I mean, just listen to our back catalogue. Fuck it. What else are you doing?
Yeah.
True. I'll listen to it and then come back to the next song, which we're going to talk about, which is from Phoxjaw, who dropped a new song, Half House, which I read for ages as Half Horse. For some reason. I don't know why, but I did.
I now have to double check because I might have put it wrong in the document.
It definitely is half house. For some reason I thought it was half house, but then I listened to the song and he says half house, so it's fine.
Okay.
I think you added this to the list, Paul, so I'll let you start with this one.
I did, yeah. I, again, just start off the bat, I really enjoyed this band a lot. Like, I think we talked about the album, or like long LP, as it were, that came out last year, which I think was criminally underrated for a lot of people. I think it was missed by a lot. But this is like the next song. Like, this is a single off their new album that's coming up. I really enjoyed this. I think it kind of had that weird, like, it's kind of got like an old like 80s pop vibe to it, mixed in with like kind of like post-hardcore. Well, like the kind of like more melodic style stuff. And yeah, I, again, as I did with the last record, I really love this track. I thought, like, the first one starts off like kind of like old school, like new wave pop vibe to it, and then like back end of it just drops into like a nice heavy riff. And yeah, I think as a sign of things to come, I'm really excited for the album off this one track.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I can't remember the one review of Yassi. I remember we did it, but I never went back to it, so I don't think I particularly jammed with it myself. And similar with this kind of one, I didn't get you said like the 80s kind of pop vibe off it. I got more of like a indie rock sort of vibe off it. So some elements kind of remind me a bit of Biffy Clyro-y, but with a bit sort of darker sort of groove in it in a way. I wasn't massively into it because I'm not big into my indie rock as much, but it wasn't too bad. I really liked towards the end when it kind of had a brief flutter of heaviness got thrown in the mix, like a sort of very brief sort of beat breakdown sort of part, which is very nice. But yeah, it's not really my jam, but I didn't mind it.
Okay.
I keep getting a mental block with this band. So if you've listened to any of our podcasts before, never be surprised about how wank my memory is. But Phoxjaw are a band which I'll always remember their name, and I'm always pretty sure that I was just like, I think I kind of like them. And then when I listen to the music, so we listen to a single, I've listened to it countless times, and it doesn't stay with me. But every time I have it on, I'm listening to it, I think it's fucking great. I'm really enjoying it. But I don't know where, I don't know, for whatever reason, this song, and I can't remember much of, like, the previous one I listened to either, it's not sticking with me. But I get nothing but, like, positive response from listening to it. I think it's fucking great. I really enjoyed it. I agree with you, Paul. But I'm gonna have to just fucking, like, knuckle down into some back catalogue to get them to stick within my memory. I'm not sure if it's just, if they may lose me a little bit here and there, because it's not what I'd normally go into listening to. But I always enjoy listening to it, and this track, especially, I've really enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. But I guess I don't know, I just felt like it's worth saying that for some reason, I can literally finish listening to it, and it doesn't stay with me, unlike some of the other singles we've had here. So, I've enjoyed it, but I feel like I need to put a bit more effort to get fully won over by them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Fair. I'd say check it out if you want. It's for me, it's not... I probably won't revisit it myself, but I can understand why some people will probably enjoy it. It's got a good groove with it. So
yeah. Well, I'll say check it out as well, but I'm determined to revisit it and revisit what we've done before, because I need to work out why I can like something and it just fall out of my head entirely for this band.
I mean, it is you.
I know, but if I set my mind to it, I could work around that.
Yeah, no, I'm going to say Goddamn Right Now, just because I personally love this track.
Yeah.
And yeah, as I've said many times before, singles before, like, it's one of those ones that gets me excited for an album, which should be out soon, hopefully. I didn't check up on the date, but I did see, like, posters and stuff for it. So, yeah, fingers crossed that's soon, and then we can talk about that, because I'm going to make you do it.
I'm happy to. Maybe it'll be the fine. Well, it'll either be the moment where I'm like fully won over, or the moment I go, well, it's just not working. We tried. Go separate ways and see other people.
The album's out in July.
Oh, there you go.
So
I got plenty of time to try and remember them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got loads of time in lockdown, so you're fine. Cool. Okay. Next, then we'll move on. So last year, Brutus put out a fucking ridiculously amazing album.
Yep.
And then last week they dropped a new song, which is actually a B-side from that album.
Okay.
So Brutus dropped the song Sand. It's because it's obviously from the same album. It just sounds like it should be. It's from that writing cycle. So it's nothing. It's not a brave new, like a fresh new Brutus or anything, but it's still like a solid Brutus song. It's probably. He ticks all the Brutus boxes, so I enjoyed it for that.
Yeah, it's definitely not like a massive departure from like you say, because it been like as part of the recording session. It's got a similar feel to that. It's a bit of a weird one, like reviewing a B-side after the album, because it's like with a new single you expect like, oh, here's some more progression from their sound, but it's like it just sounds like it slots in perfectly with the back catalogue.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, like I don't want to say anything harsh about it, but it's just like. It's just a Brutus track, isn't it? It's
yeah,
like,
totally.
It's like her vocals are brilliant, guitars are fantastic, but it's just like, and same with the bass and drums and everything else. But it's just like it just slots in with everything else.
Yeah, I think I understand like why it's a B-side.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good tune and everything, but it's like. But I don't miss it from the album. But at the same time, I'm still glad they've released it as a single.
Yeah, I'm glad I've heard it, but I think it's one of those things. It's like because I think the reason probably they dropped it is it's got a similar sound to some of the other tracks that are on the album.
Yeah,
and I think it probably just kind of blends in a bit too much with those. But as a standalone song, it's still a great song, and I feel like I'm being overly harsh when I don't mean to.
No.
But yeah, I mean, like I really enjoyed it. I think it's got all the hallmarks of a fantastic Brutus single. And yeah, I'm glad they released it. But yeah, start writing more stuff.
I've got yeah, totally. I've got nothing more to add. Like, I mean, I love that album as well. I love this track because this band, especially around the time of Nest, fucking fantastic. And like you said, this song could just slot on in there and work perfectly fine. The best thing to come out of this was just I started listening to Brutus again. It's been a little while, and I love listening to Brutus. So it's great. This track is solid, but yeah, it's gutting to get a single which isn't a teaser of what's to come. It's just like getting a deleted scene.
That's it. This is basically the deleted scene of the last album.
Yeah, true. I say if you're a fan of Brutus, I mean, I hate that fucking saying, but obviously check this out. Obviously, I think if you're going to try and give Brutus a spin, I'd probably just go back to the album last year, Nest, and then you can just bang this on afterwards because it'll be fine. I don't think it's the strongest track to start, and they've got a lot stronger songs, but still good.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think for completionists, definitely check it out. But if you're new to the band, definitely jump into Nest.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Cool. Lovely.
Short and sweet.
Yeah. So next we've got a new song from new band Fake Names, which is made up of a few famous members. You might know some of the bands like Refused, Minor Threat, Bad Religion. Just, some small names.
I've heard of them.
Just nobody's really.
Yeah, I mean, no, not like pioneers in the fields of their genres or anything.
No, God no.
No. But yeah, so they've formed, these chaps have formed a new band called Fake Names, and they dropped a song called Brick. Pretty much...
Don't know why that made me laugh.
That is. It's pretty much Gareth in it, this song. So I'll let Gareth start. Okay, well, I feel it's more punk than anything, so I'll let Gareth start with this one.
Yeah, this is just one of the funnest punk songs I've heard in a while. It's literally... It's exactly what you'd expect, which was kind of weird. Normally when you have, so obviously we got some members of Refused and sort of Bad Religion. Even though this song doesn't sort of fit within the sort of punk that they play, I was kind of expecting it to be quite a big offshoot to what they normally do. Mm-hmm. No, they went the complete other way and dived headfirst into the best side of fun, powerful, fast-paced punk, and it's fucking great. I don't know what there is to dislike about this, unless you just, hate anything to do with punk, I guess. But I saw no negatives of this. I love this from beginning to end. It's absolutely spot on.
Mm. Yeah. I kind of like, for a punk song, I suppose, it's pretty much his punk song. It's a very good one. For me, it really stood out and I really fucking enjoyed it. Sometimes when Gareth brings punk to the table, it doesn't always land.
Sometimes it trips on the way in.
It does sometimes. Some trips on a pizza box and falls on its ass sometimes. But no, I thought it was a fucking cracking tune. I feel like this is a more side project for the singer of Refused than the other members of the band, perhaps. Mainly so he wanted to start a band where he didn't say woo.
I mean, this is only the first single. Give it time.
True, very true.
Also, he doesn't do woo on every song.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
Going off the last album and all the things I've heard, he woos a lot.
Yeah,
he's like a drunk white girl, just wooing all over the show.
Woo woos everywhere.
Woo! But if you want a fucking bit of good old punk that's sort of fresh in a way, I'd give this a spin, definitely.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this a lot. It's a proper old school throwback to the Minor Threat, Black Flag kind of old school punk. Yeah. But then just out of nowhere it just drops a super catchy chorus. Almost with some pop sensibilities in it. I think production wise, fantastic. I'm not surprised it's as good as it is considering who's in the band.
Yeah, it'd be surprising if it was shit.
Yeah, no, I'd be shocked if it was shit. Yeah, but yeah, no, because I love Dennis as a front man. I think he's fantastic. This is just another feather in his cap, I think.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Again, as I keep saying, my phrase for 2020 is no longer album of the year. It's this single gets me excited for the album.
Yeah,
but it does. I mean, it's a fantastic introduction to this new band. I'm definitely 100% interested in what comes next.
Yeah, I think they may win the album of the year of guys who you can tell are having their best fucking time playing their music.
Yeah. This has got me looking forward to a punk album.
Oh my god.
Which is rare in this podcast. All right.
What is this lockdown doing to you?
I don't know. It's a strange new world.
A whole new world.
Stop it.
Christ.
I'd say go give Fake Names a spin. Goddamn right now. I think this is going to be a cracking, if not at least fun, release from them.
Yeah, goddamn right now. It's nothing but a good time. Enjoy it.
The best time.
Nice. Moving on to the last single of the week then. So End, part of the new song Pariah. And if I remember correctly, End is a band formed up of some other members.
Yep. Counterparts and Fit for an Autopsy. and I think some others as well.
Isn't someone from Dillinger in it?
I want to say maybe. Or I might be thinking of somebody else.
I feel like someone from Dillinger's in it. Anyway, let's just say I'm wrong, because I probably am, and we'll move on. No, I'm thinking this is just a fucking big old slab of heavy. I really like this, actually. I think I've heard them before. I feel like I've heard them before. Someone else talk. I'm just going to Google it.
I'm Googling as we speak. Yeah, but no, they. I'm pretty sure they released I want to say an EP last year. Which was
2017.
Oh, okay.
They put a 6-song release out, and I remember listening to that back then. And I fucking really liked that because they didn't really do anything else in the meantime. They kind of fell off my radar. So to have them back, and this song is just fucking relentless, and I fucking really liked it.
It's just everything I love about discordant hardcore in just a 3-minute track or however long it is. It's unrelenting as well, as you say. It does not stop. But it's fucking insane how good it is. And I think the reason that they kind of come to and fro is just like you say, they are made up of countless other groups. And I think from what I was reading of an article recently, basically this album came about just because the guitarist from Fit for an Autopsy was writing stuff that didn't fit with them, so they started doing another End album. Yeah, which I'm kind of glad because I really like this track. But it ticks all those boxes. It's got that kind of, for me, the hardcore that I love is stuff like Trap Them, and that kind of and Cursed, and just that kind of riff laden, just heavy groove, just hardcore. And this is just a track like that in spades. I honestly fucking love this track. Ooh. I think it will be my track of the week.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Go on, Gareth. What do you think?
I got nothing bad to say.
Excellent review. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, after what you guys said, I completely agree. I'm not sure. There's another thing which comes up now and again where when a single sits amongst the other singles we review, I think it benefited as well. Because for love of God, we never had anything this heavy in we listened to along with this week. So this particularly sounded fucking just an absolute force in comparison to the other stuff we listened to. But yeah, this is spot on. There's nothing in there I didn't like. I really needed that heaviness as well. So every time it kicked in, I was like, "Fuck yeah, bring it on! Give me a bit more. I'll take it." But no, I absolutely loved it. I'm sort of leaning towards it as well, maybe. But I think JB Lenman for single of the week, personally.
Okay. I haven't really thought about what my single of the week was, if I'm honest. I'm just gonna say End, probably. I know Jamie and End are probably ties because they're just both fucking great tracks.
I mean, to be fair, most of the tracks this week have been fantastic.
Strong week or weeks, depending on when they came out.
I think all the singles were from last week.
Yeah.
So last week was really
good.
That
was a good week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Good thing we didn't record an episode last week, wasn't it?
Yeah. But no.
We got it. We talked to it. It's fine.
But no, End, that's fucking spot on. I can't wait to hear more of that. That's going to be a fucking beastly album.
It will be beastly.
And it's reminded me to go back and listen to the last record as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Luckily, the album's not too long away. It's out on the 5th of June, so we'll be definitely talking about that when it hits.
Yeah, definitely.
I look forward to that, motherfucker.
Language.
Okay. Like I say, cunt then. I didn't need to. I just didn't need to.
It came out your system anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, moving cunt. We're on to the next.
Wow.
We'll move on to the EP of the week. So this week, Slow Crush dropped a 2-track EP. I'm guessing that's what it is.
It's like a double A side, yeah.
Yeah, it came out with Holy Raw. They put out a little vinyl and everything, which is lovely. So Slow Crush are like a shoegazy band, if I think that's the right term.
I'd say so.
I hate the phrase, but I'm with it. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, it's the worst genre in the world, descriptive purposes.
It really is.
It's like, but it makes you look at the floor. Great.
That's what you want. But generally, I really enjoyed this EP. I kind of got into Slow Crush in the back end of last year, and I really enjoyed the previous albums they put out. and this is like a cracking little EP as well. Very kind of atmospheric, epic, slow music, which when you're stuck in your house for a long period of time, you probably shouldn't be listening to, but I still enjoyed it. I tried to listen to it when I was out of my house for my daily exercise. So, but no, it's fucking very well written, as I say, like big, grand sort of feel to it. Really enjoyed it as an EP. I kind of hope this would get people to kind of go and check out their albums, because I say their albums are fucking great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'd agree. I think for me, like, I always come up with these dumb, stupid analogies every now and again. This sounds like the kind of like, it is the perfect soundtrack to like the end of a Twin Peaks episode.
Right. Yeah, true.
Okay.
It's like, you know, when it's like the end credits where there's a band playing in the background.
Yeah.
It's like, I could just totally imagine these guys on stage while the credits are rolling. I think it's got that kind of like you say, I hate to use the term as well, the shoegaze genre, but it's like, it's got that super like melancholic, like drawn out feel to it. That's just, it's probably not the best music for listening to when you're stuck in the house alone, but it's definitely the best way to give it its full attention, and I think it definitely deserves that. I think the first track for me is probably the stronger of the two. So go back to it. So that's Real, which is obviously the name of the record, but I think both tracks are still great. Like Pale Skin is good, but I think just Real was the winner for me out of the two of them. But yeah, no, loved it. Definitely going to go back and listen to this more. And again, definitely going to go back and listen to the earlier stuff as well.
Yeah, this for me is art. Like, you can't argue, it's a beautiful piece of music. I'll always find music like this a struggle, because considering my normal music choice is the equivalent of a kid with ADHD. But no, it's something which I'll always have a hard time listening to, say, an album's worth. But luckily, they just put 2 songs out as an EP, so I can sort of enjoy it within the right time frame, basically any time, and just appreciate it. And it's just peaceful and lovely, but with just some of the most grandest soundscapes that you can create within that. It's really impressive. It's another one where I haven't really got anything bad to say about it. This isn't something for me which I'm always going to go back to. It's very few times in my sort of hectic brain life that I tend to lean towards listening to stuff like this. But damn, I can appreciate that this is fucking really good. And it's just lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, lovely music, despite if you have hectic brain syndrome.
Yeah.
I'd say go check this out, goddamn right now. I mean, I'd say if you if you were going to check out Slow Crush for the first time, I'd go maybe check out the album Aurora or Ease, maybe to start with. But this is I mean, Real, especially like Paul said, is a cracking tune. So it's probably good a place to start as any. So I'd say give this a listen, goddamn right now.
Yeah, definitely.
I really enjoyed it.
You know exactly where you stand with this, as if this was like an introduction as well. Like, if you're not getting anything off this, then what's the point? Yeah, goddamn right now for this EP.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna listen to it, maybe put on some really nice shoes, so you can have something really nice to look at while you're gazing down at them.
I was going to say maybe put some mirrors on your shoes, but then that sounded creepy.
Just staring back at your own soul.
Yeah, just make sure you're looking back at your own soul, nothing else.
No one's ready for that horroring realization. Excellent stuff.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just went into an existential crisis for a second there. Just staring into the abyss.
That's what this podcast is for.
Yay!
This is the first time we've ever done this podcast and I'm not facing Badger. I don't know where the fuck to look. Like, I'm literally, there's a Rubik's Cube on this desk I keep picking up. I can't stop touching and looking at things. So yeah.
What do I do with my hands?
I don't know what to do. Right, one album. Let's do it.
Okay. So moving on, obviously, this Gareth kind of already said, but moving on to the album of the week, which is Milk Teeth's self-titled Milk Teeth. We've done. Did we do just 3 off this one?
We did Destroyer. What was he? Was it just one?
Oh no,
we did.
We did Given Up, and we did Destroyer. I think I tried to do Transparent as well, but we realised that we passed the cutoff point.
The rule of 2.
The rule of 2. It's a fucking cracking little album. I mean, I don't really know what's good. We did like for me, like, we did the 2 singles, which I fucking love those 2 singles.
Mm-hmm.
And then they put out Transparent, and then just before this album came out, they put the single Better, which I fucking really like. Better's a cracking song. So, I mean, those like, it's the standout tracks for me, but I suppose it's because I've already heard them. It's just a great mix of their sound with, I think it's like an evolution of their original sound from the last album, probably due to like just getting better musicians and obviously lineup changes and whatever else. It's like a nice modern day grunge album, so it's not terrible like old grunge was.
Yeah.
And like standout tracks for me, like besides like say Better was a great song, and like I really liked Sharks as well, was a good tune. And then one that really starts me was Circles, because it's like it's almost kind of poppy in a way.
Yeah.
But I've really fucking enjoyed this album. I think it's great. I'm gonna be spinning this a lot.
Yeah, I mean, for me, again, I don't know if I'm as excited about it as you were. Like, again, my problem is that I absolutely hate grunge, like with a passion. I think it's the worst thing that ever happened to music.
That is fair.
But somehow these guys managed to make it work. And yeah, it's just, there are so many, like you got like the tracks like Destroyer and things like that like the singles where like they've got that kind of heavy like guitar vibe to them in the background. The vocals are beautiful, but like quite biting lyrically as well. But then all of a sudden, they'll just drop like beautiful songs like Medicine and like the one for me that stood out the most was the end track Wannabe.
Yeah,
it's just a beautiful track.
It's not. Yeah,
and yeah, I was just like, there's just these like little pockets of just like beauty in like the middle of like they say like the heavy grunge sound that they're rocking. And yeah, it's just like it's got that kind of layers to it that like I've had a week to listen to it and it's been great, but like I can imagine I'm going to pick a load more out of this.
Yeah,
going forwards.
Yeah. No surprise, I also really enjoyed this album.
Yay!
I found it was something about this album I just found like really familiar and like almost like in a comforting way. Not in like, oh, I've heard this shit before. It's almost like an old, going back to an old album I used to absolutely love, and it had like that sort of like instant love for every track. It was just a really nice, positive moment all around. Does that make sense to you? Understand? It's like there's just something about it. It just sort of didn't feel like a new album. So I'm quite comforting about it.
Yeah,
I think
it's the musical equivalent of a weighted blanket. It's just.
I think it's
nice and comfy.
Yeah, I think it's for me like say because obviously it's taken I think it's got a lot of good influences from like the 90s sort of stuff. So there's a lot of like obviously grunge is like I feel like is a main presence of the album, but they've taken all the good parts of grunge, which is a sound we all know from obviously famous bands like Nirvana. Then, but I feel like there's some like good sort of essence of Green Day in here when Green Day were good.
Yeah, definitely.
For like early Green Day stuff. And then it's just, I think it's just like and obviously it's got the classic kind of British rock kind of vibe in it. So it's all those things you kind of remember when the good parts of music from the 90s and more recent days mix into one beautiful weighted blanket of an album.
But that's it. It had the feel of going back to an old favourite album you haven't listened to, so you just have that instant love for it when you put it on again. And that just made it had just this warmth through the album then, which I just thought was fantastic. Destroyer is what will always be on a fucking loop in my head. If anything, actually, I kind of hate that track now. It's a fucking fantastic track, but for the love of God, awesome. Destroyer just on that loop in my head the majority of each day. And Give It Up as well. Like I know we've got over these tracks, but they're just so good, and those two especially will always sort of be on a loop in my head. As an album, like I said, it's pretty spot on. It's comforting. It's familiar in the best possible way. Fucking brilliant album.
Yeah, I think for me, Better is probably the most standout track for this. That's been stuck in my head for the last week.
Yeah.
For some reason, before they put out, they said it was for fans of No Doubt. I'm still trying to figure out why they said that. But yeah, cracking. I'd say check out this album. Goddamn right now, it's probably one of the best albums of this year so far, in my opinion.
Yeah, it'd be hard to argue that. I'd agree.
I imagine it'll be on the list at the end of the year, yeah?
Yeah, probably will be on the list at the end of the year, mate.
Probably will be.
Probably will be. Really good album.
All right, simmer down.
Yeah, it's pretty good, though.
It's pretty good, though, isn't it?
Hey, you know the album, did you?
You know, it's really good. I think this album this year has been very EP-driven.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just quickly looking back at my playlist for this year. I think the only other album that came out this year was, like, so Higher Power and Low are probably the only two albums that are on my list so far. So that's 3 albums in 3 months. Get good, UK.
I mean, if it keeps going that way, you're going to have a struggle doing 5, mate.
Yeah.
I know. Well, no, I've got 12. I'll probably have 12 albums by the end of the year. If I get a good album every month, it'll be fine.
Oh, I thought we were talking about you getting it down to a top 5 for the year.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, it will be hard. It was hard last year. No. And also, we'll probably all my albums this year so far are UK bands, so that's nice. A nice change of pace. That'll go to shit in a couple of months.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, there's also Giver as well.
yeah, that was good. It's not on my list, though, sadly.
Sort your list
Sorry.
out, mate.
Sorry, mate. I didn't put Ozzy on it either. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, good.
Fucking, he's immune to COVID because he's already eaten bats. He's all right.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Milk
somewhere.
Teeth. Listen, goddamn right now.
Yeah, let's do it
Goddamn
goddamn right
right
now. So, hopefully, there'll be UK tour coming from them when all this fucking stupid bullshit's over.
Yeah.
That's wrong. So. Anyway, that was it for new music this week and last week. Double whammy. Good stuff. As always, I'm heavily unprepared to what's out next week.
Not a clue.
There was not a clue. Not a fucking clue, mate. Something will be out, probably.
I've written down Azusa.
Oh, okay.
We didn't do the last single of them either. I completely fucking missed it.
And then the week after that is New End Shikari.
Yes.
And the week after that, unless you want to boycott it, The Used.
I mean, kind of happy not doing it now, but whatever. So,
I mean, I'll rip it a new one. It's fine.
why have I just... No, sorry. I'm trying to look up our source of new albums coming out, and I've just put Lamb of God instead. That's already happened. I don't want that. Has it?
I was just about to say that. It's like, that has happened, right?
It has happened, right? Padding for time.
Oh, wait, no, has it? No, we've done 2
No.
singles, haven't we?
We've done 2 singles. The album's not out yet.
Is it not?
Don't think
Damn
it was.
it! I mean,
Yeah, that
that's
last
something to
single
look
was really
forward
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
well,
just
the
know-
second half of it was, yeah.
I just imagine I'm going to review that as, yeah, it's Lamb of God, isn't it? So,
To be fair, that's been the review for the last 2 singles,
Yeah.
so...
exactly.
Do you know what? Should we just quickly do the album review now? Should we just pencil it
Yeah.
in for now?
Yeah.
Sounds like a
Lamb
good
of
Lamb
God.
of God album.
Yeah, it's pretty
Next.
good Lamb of God album.
If you're a fan of Lamb of God or Lambs and Gods, then it's for you.
Yeah. Cool. Lovely. Smashing. Great. Anyway. So that's it for new music this week. We're back with whatever happens next week. So, moving on to the last segment of the episode. It's time for... Don't trust the internet! Don't trust the internet.
Don't trust the internet. It's a game that we play.
Yes.
Agreed.
Okay.
Factual statement.
Yeah. This is weird. I normally get to stay down Badger and like just generally shout at him during this. But
I might do better.
What's that?
I might do better you're not doing that.
You might do better, yeah. And
Probably
your
won't.
wife definitely can't help you cheat badly.
That's not happened. I had no part of that.
So, Don't Trust the Internet is a game where I go onto Amazon, I find some of the weirdest album reviews I possibly can, I read them out to you two, I give you a choice of 3 bands, you guess which one the album review is for, and then if you get it right, you get a chance for a bonus point if you can guess the exact album. Do we all understand?
Yes.
Maybe.
Do you all remember what the scores are looking like?
Yes, because you made me write them down before we started.
So,
As a humbling reminder.
You don't have to keep track of it. I can keep track of it over here. So
Good, 'cause I wasn't
Paul
going to.
is storming ahead after the last round on 21 points. This is after 5 games, I think, isn't it?
Who cares?
Badger he was doing good at 1 point, but is now trailing on 14 points.
Yeah.
The problem was, there was a point where I said I'm going to actively try and get 0 points, and it was at that point that I decided I ended up just thrashing you.
Yeah. If you haven't
Sorry.
played this game before, a lot of this can come down to sheer dumb luck because people who go on Amazon and leave reviews are normally having a mental breakdown or practicing a stand-up routine or generally just have lost their goddamn minds. And I do my best to try and
people.
find those people. Alright, are you ready for your first review?
Yes.
Sure.
This is by a man called Spatichka.
What?
Spatichka. And then
That's
open
just
brackets, no need, close brackets. That's his name.
Okay.
So it's a 1-star review. They are all 1-star reviews because that's where the weirdos live. The title is Poor. I take it back. It's really poor. Okay.
Cool.
Pretty poor. I cannot bear this album and this band. They are so awful. It's sterile, vacant, and typical of American nothingness. The picture on the cover is the best thing about it, and that's crap. Okay? Are you ready for your choices?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Incubus? Is that Alice in Chains? Or is that A Perfect Circle? And we will start with the loser, Badger.
Thanks.
It's alright, mate. I got you.
What were the options again?
Incubus, Alice in Chains, or A Perfect Circle?
I'm going to say based on nothing at all because none of these make any sense. There's no sense in this. It's all garbage. People's opinions are stupid. I will say Alice in Chains.
Okay, so based on nothing, Badger's going for Alice in Chains. Paul, have you got any thoughts?
No, not really. That's the thing. Like, I learned quite quickly that having a thought about any of the answers on these is pretty much pointless.
Yeah.
I mean, just for dumb artwork, maybe Incubus, like some of their earlier records.
Paul using his thinking brain.
I know. And this is where I lose again. I'm going to say Incubus.
Okay, you gonna lock you in for Incubus?
Cool.
Yeah.
The answer was... Sorry, Badger, Incubus!
For fuck's sake.
Paul
Bullshit.
continuing to get all the points. Paul, for a bonus point, can you guess the album?
Oh crap! What was the old one? Was it Fungus Among Us?
No. The answer we were looking for was Morning View.
Oh, okay. That was really boring artwork, wasn't it?
Yes, and that's why he said it's crap.
Okay.
Okay, round one done. Badger's still no good.
Yeah, I know, right?
Are you ready to hear a review from Lloyd Pugh?
Pew pew, yes.
Born
Pew
ready.
Pew. 1-star review again, and the title is Noise from Hell.
Okay.
My son asked for it. I played it and heard disgusting language and profanity. The tone sucks. It isn't music. It's noise from hell. You already said, mate. I'm a rock and roller and blues lover. This CD was returned. No, thank you.
It wasn't for you. It's for your son, you dick.
Exactly, Badger. Right, your choices are, was that Black Veil Brides? Was it Falling in Reverse? Or was it Escape the Fate?
Aren't they all the same band?
I don't know. Maybe.
I
Same
thought they
makeup
were.
artist.
Paul, you go first, mate. What's your thoughts?
Oh God, that I've never heard any of these bands. Luckily, Falling in Reverse.
Does that scream Noise from Hell to you?
I mean, they all scream Noise from Hell to me.
A fair point.
My own personal hell, anyway.
Is that what you're going to go for, then?
Yeah, go on, why not?
Alright, so Falling in Reverse for Paul, Badger, what are your thoughts? Also, I did say this at the beginning. You can both obviously choose the same. You don't have to choose different. There's no favoritism on who goes first. So, Badger, what are you thinking?
Is that a prompt to pick the same as Paul so I get a point?
I mean, you're fucked either way, mate. I'm not trying to save you now. What's the point?
True!
I should have helped you in the last episode. Now you're fucked.
Right, yeah. The problem with this one is I literally don't know the difference between Escape the Fate and Falling in Reverse. I generally thought they were the same band.
At one point they were, then one guy tried killing someone, or did accidentally kill someone, went to prison, came back, and then became Falling in Reverse, if I've got that right.
Ah. Sick. Okay, well I'm going to say Escape the Fate then.
Escape the Fate on the basis of...
the band that Paul didn't say.
Okay. Unfortunately, Paul did say Falling in Reverse, which is the answer.
Damn it!
Badger, I'm rooting for you again now, because, like, it's like seeing a puppy get kicked. It's not nice.
Alright.
Kicked when he's down.
I'm only 9 points behind, it's fine.
Paul, you can get a bonus point if you just want to randomly guess a name which could potentially be a Falling in Reverse album. I'm assuming you don't know any.
I have not got a single fucking clue.
If you were in Falling in Reverse, what would you call your album?
Maybe it's Maybelline?
Close, fashionably late was the answer I was looking for. So just 1 point for Paul. Badger, you still alright, mate? I can't see your facial expressions. I'm assuming you're sad.
Yes.
Not by the initial.
Alright, well, yeah, I've got a good feeling about this. Maybe you'll get it. Maybe you won't. Maybe
Probably
it's
won't.
Maybelline. You ready for your next one from Gregory Bartz?
No.
Oh, he's my
God.
favourite, but...
Oh, he's a great Bartz. Right, 1-star review again. The title is, and I'm pretty sure he just repeats himself in this one, as a lot of people do for some reason. So the title is, Trying to Dial Up on a 56k modem while listening to the insane rants of a schizophrenic hobo.
Okay.
That is your title.
Right.
Ready for the review?
Mm-hmm.
This album has one good song. Everything else is random electronic noise and pointless obscenity. I have no problem with obscenity as long as it's well used, like on South Park. This isn't. You can get the same effect from trying to dial up on a 56k modem while listening to the insane rants of a schizophrenic hobo. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that's how this album was recorded. So that is the review.
Right.
We're going back to you, Badger. So, your choices are...
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah. Well, what's schizophrenic on a what?
Schizophrenic hobo on a dial-up modem.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's about just of it. And also,
Okay.
they swear a lot, but, like South Park, but that gets a pass because it's funny, innit?
For some reason, I stupidly thought he mentioned an instrument, but that's more on me. I apologise.
Electronic noise was mentioned.
He also mentioned a dial-up. So
He mentioned a dial-up modem both in the title and in the review. He was very, he really had that locked in. Right, so your choices are, Badger. Is that a review of Mindless Self-Indulgence, Atari Teenage Riot, or Power Man 5000?
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. I don't even know what Atari Teenage Riot sound like. I imagine like the other two, I guess. Is that right?
I mean, I don't... Well, I do, actually. I was going to say, I don't pick completely random bands. These bands arguably could be... No, they can't. They're pretty random, actually. But electronic...
Right.
Some electronic points can be seen throughout these three bands, I'll tell you that.
Excellent. What was it? It's Mindless Self-Indulgence, Atari Teenage Riot, and what?
Power Man 5000.
Fuck me in the ass. I will say... I'm just going to pick Mindless Self-Indulgence because it's literally the only one I know properly.
That's fair. I mean... It's hard to play this game now. Do you remember how fun it was when we first started doing it? Now I just feel sad.
Yes. Yeah, right.
Right, you'll go for Mindless Self-Indulgence. Paul, what are you thinking?
Same reason that Badger chose, but I'm going to choose Atari Teenage Riot because it's really the only thing I know out of the three.
Oh, quite interested that you know that, and Badger has no idea of them.
I've heard the name.
Fair enough. So, Atari Teenage Riot for Paul, Mindless Self-Indulgence for Badger, and the point goes to Badger for a change!
Yay!
Yay!
I did one.
It's an isolation miracle. It's like a Christmas miracle, but shitter. For a bonus point, I'm assuming you don't know any of their albums. Do you want to guess one?
I know one song. Is that Shut Me Up one? I don't know if that was also the name of the album.
It was not. And that is not on the album that we are looking for.
Great!
Have you got a chance, or do you want me to just say it?
Self-titled.
No. That was a review of the Mindless Self-Indulgence album, Frankenstein Girls Will Seem Strangely Sexy.
Sure.
There you go.
That makes loads of sense.
Hey, just remember, you just got a point, Badger.
I did get a point.
I know, it's been a while.
I'm only 8 behind now.
You ready for another review?
Yeah.
Okay, this is from Franklin Boutros.
Oh, yeah.
Or not.
Boutros Ghali.
Who cares? 1-star review. The title is Worst Sum 41 Rip-Off Bands Ever! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, as they go on forever. Are you ready for the review?
Yeah.
I am a huge Sum 41 fan, and through the years I continue to hear pathetic bands trying to emulate the gods of Sum 41. When is this madness going to end? When I first heard this one song, I thought, what a pathetic excuse for a Sum 41 rip-off band. Even these other bands have a little bit of originality, but they don't sound exactly like old 41. They sound almost identical to Sum 41's Ode to Sleeping In, Never Wake Up. Why waste your listening to rip-off when you can hear the real deal? Don't waste your money on this fecal matter. Go buy Sum 41's masterpiece, All Killer No Filler. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. I think he runs a fan club. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
is it just the vocalist of Sum 41?
Does he have a side project?
Yeah, writing these reviews. That's his side project. He writes.
Well, are you ready for your choices?
Sure.
Let's see how mad you think this person who left the review is. Paul, you're up first. Your choices are H2O, Cancer Bats, or Comeback Kid.
What? What? I hate the internet.
Yeah, don't trust him, mate.
No. So, somebody thinks that one of those three bands is ripping off Sum 41.
Yes, the gods, which are Sum 41.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the gods. I mean, I'm just going to say Cancer Bats.
On the basis of what the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my thinking is, what the actual fuck?
Alright, well, Paul's gone for Cancer Bats. What are your thoughts, Badger?
So I work on the premise that this person has never heard any other bands besides Sum 41.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So is unaware of how long bands have been around. So I'm going to go H2O. Just because they're... Well, because Cancer Bats are too screamy to be a rip-off of Sum 41, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And what would Comeback Kid are also a bit too... I don't know. I just think for H2O is probably the most...
Okay, you're locking in H2O?
Sure.
And on one of those rare occasions, you're both 100% wrong. It was actually Comeback Kid.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, this guy... I wonder if this guy's still, like... That review was in 2005. Do you think he still feels the same way?
What album is it?
Well, what I'm going to do is open it up. Since neither of you got it right, fuck it. I've never done this before. Let's get some bonus points away if you can guess the album. Actually, no. Fuck you, Paul. I'm going to throw a bone to Badger. In these times of isolation, that man needs to pick me up.
If he gets it wrong, I want the point.
If he gets it wrong, I'll allow you to have a chance. How about that? Okay, so Badger, you have one chance. Can you guess the album, the Comeback Kid album that was a review of?
Symptoms and Cures.
You had one chance. You fucked it up.
Damn it! That's the one with the most That's the one with the most punky song in it that I can think of.
Paul, I'm swinging to you. What do you think that was a review of?
I was gonna say Wake the Dead.
And that is how you get a bonus point. That was a review of Comeback Kids Wake the Dead.
Fucking idiot.
Right, we've got one more review. It's a bit of a lengthy one, so bear with me. This person decided to stay stay in the shadows as mystery Amazon customer with a really exciting title called This Isn't Very Good.
Wild.
Alright, this review goes, I listen to a lot of punk, like Blink-182 and stuff, and someone told me about this band, so I bought this album and a shirt. Let me tell you, this is crap. I don't know why it sounds so bad. For one, there's too many love songs on here. Wah wah, who wants to hear you cry about your car crashing? Jeez, dude. That's dude spelled D-O-O-D, if anyone's wondering. Another bad thing about this CD is that it only has 8 songs, 4 of which are nothing but silence. What's with that? Point is, this CD will not fit in your tape deck. But then again, you probably won't want it because it's so bad. Christ, this guy's hard to read. Okay. If you were into bands like Sum 41, the Backstreet Boys, or Disturbed, chances are you might like this. But you also may not. Both sides of the spectrum, okay. It's like a mix of reggae pop and heavy metal. I don't know, I don't like reggae too much, so maybe you won't like this. I don't think the lady can sing very well on this album. Hey, I bet I can sing better, right? Man, What a crappy tape. You gotta, but this album. See you guys later. What the... That was so hard to read.
And listen to as well.
Fucking, that's really not... I thought I'd already kind of predict the band it was going to be, and then you said Lady Can't Sing, so...
Yep. Well, let's see which way around you're going to use your logic, guys.
Sure.
So, Badger, you're up first. Your choices are Misfits, The Dead Kennedys, or Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Right.
So, which... Rational or irrational? Which side you going?
So, basically the premise is, he said this lady can't sing, and you've only given me one band with a female vocalist.
Do you see what I did there?
Son of a bitch. No, this is just a double bluff. I don't know. Oh man.
It's good to have power.
Hang on. Well, this really fucked me up. What was it? Misfits,
Dead Kennedys, or Joan Jett and the Blackhearts?
I really want to say Joan Jett, but I feel like it's just too obvious. I'm going to say... I don't really know what Dead Kennedys sound like properly. I'm going to say Misfits just because they probably sing about... Oh no, it's all love songs, isn't it? Damn it. This is hard! Fuck!
I mean,
I'm saying
again,
fuck it.
are you going full logic?
I don't think I should. I'm going to say...
It's the most torn I've ever seen you.
You can't even see me! I'm gonna say Joan Jett. I regret it. It's probably wrong, but I'm just going with it.
Okay, Badger's gone for Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Paul, your thoughts?
I regret my decision.
Fuck. You're really good at picking these, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm modest.
I have come to the quick realization that the internet is full of fucking idiots. So I honestly don't know if this guy is just dumb or has some kind of issue. I honestly don't know. Who were the choices? There was Joan Jett,
Misfits. Dead Kennedys, or Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Dead Kennedys. Why not?
Go for Dead Kennedys?
Yeah.
I wish I said Dead Kennedys now.
I can just hear you mumbling under your breath. Luckily for Badger, you're both wrong. But at least Paul doesn't get any more points.
Yeah.
The answer was actually Misfits. Because
all the love songs they write.
Well,
about fucking killing babies and shit. Yeah.
I thought I had to put Misfits in there because in the past I've thrown shit at every time I die. I've thrown shit at like oh god, what was the one I did? Glassjaw. So I was like, all right, I'll put myself in there.
I've had. I mean, you did Incubus as well, so I've had two.
I think I've done Coheed and Cambria as well. I just really don't like you, Badger.
Yeah, you just fucking hate my guts. It seems like.
So, on the off chance, do either you want to guess an album? We'll let Badger go first on the off chance that he might,
get it right.
Have some help.
Yeah, sure. American Psycho.
No. Paul, any thoughts?
Famous Monsters?
No. It was actually Static Age a lot earlier than that. Which is just really confusing all around.
Is there a song about a car crash in that?
Yeah, I mean, they talk about all sorts of like horror shit, but also sort of love, but like you said, it's awkward because of what they sing about. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This guy obviously can't understand why they're one of the greatest bands of all time. Moving on. That was Don't Trust the Internet.
No.
The score's the end of that round. Paul is on 24. Badger is on 15.
Yeah. I
Sorry,
got 1 point.
You got 1 point up.
Paul got, what, 3?
Yeah, he got 3.
Slow week.
But, we're going to do this another 4 times. I think we were going to sort of stop around 10 and have a bit of a break. So maybe if I help you cheat, you'll win.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Yeah, sorry, I got you.
Hello,
The
Victor.
choice, just to make the choices all the same.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll get next time we get to record in person. I'll have like a tell As in, like, I can just show you my phone.
I demand webcams.
Pretty big tell.
But yeah, that's Don't Trust the Internet for this week. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yes.
I did, because it's funny.
I did, because I'm winning.
I'm indifferent. I'm completely on the fence about it. So, anyway, well, that's it then for this week. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. We'll be back from lockdown again next week with whatever the fuck happens. Obviously, another round of Don't Trust the Internet. And whatever music comes out and any news that does happen, which is sparse, it feels like.
Yeah.
So
we're waiting for things to either go wrong or like rescheduled for it to become news, basically.
Yeah,
pretty much. So thank you very much for listening. Anyway, if you want to check us out on social media, you can do Twitter at LoudNoisesPod UK, Instagram at LoudNoisesPod, or on Facebook just search for Loud Noises Podcast. It'll come up probably. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Also, if you want to be super great and leave us an iTunes review, you can do so, and that'll help us in the algorithm, or so I am told.
The science is sound.
Mm-hmm.
So the internet and every YouTuber has ever told me.
Yes. So, right, nice one. Cheers, guys. See you next time.
It's been a pleasure.
The sign-off for this podcast is really weird when I'm not in the same room with at least one of you.
Bye!
Just
Stay
send them there.
Stay home, stay safe.
Wash your freaking hands.